In today's video, we are making 3 hearty crock pot recipes that are perfect for large families or work leftovers. For this first recipe, we are just going to dice up 1 red bell pepper, 1 green bell pepper, and half of a yellow onion. For my peppers, I'm just making sure that they are in strips, a little bit chunky, but you could definitely dice them up if you would like to. And then for my onion, I'm just dicing it up. To the bottom of our crock pot, I'm adding 1 cup of the Rao's sensitive marinara sauce because it's what I had in my fridge, and then I added a little bit of water to it just so I could get the rest of the marinara sauce out of the jar. For our seasonings, I have 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, a 4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and 1 tablespoon of parsley. And then for my sausage, I have 4 links of the Eckerman's jalapeno sausage because that's also what I had in my fridge, but you could definitely do Italian sausage with this if you would like. So just add back in all of your veggies. We are just going to give this a good mix, and I cooked mine on high for 3 to 4 hours, or you can do low for 6 to 8 hours. Once it was basically done, I just took my sausage out and I'm just going to cut them up so it's a little bit easier to serve. Place that right back into the crock pot, and you could definitely add some cheese at this point, but I left it out so that everybody could add what they wanted. But this had so much flavor. It was so delicious, and honestly, I'm making this one again. For our next recipe, we are making soup. So I have 2 red bell peppers, 2 carrots, and 2 jalapenos. I just diced all this up, and we are going to add it to a bowl so we can make room for my onion, about 1/4 to 1/2 cup. Honestly, it's however much onion you would like in it. And then for our potatoes, I have 4 potatoes that honestly I wish I would have cut up a little bit smaller because they did take quite a while to cook. So we are just going to put those into the bottom of our crock pot, followed by all of our vegetables. And then for my sausage, I'm using the mild Italian sausage. So honestly, I wish I would have cooked it beforehand. It didn't change the flavor of the soup too much, but it did make it greasy, especially with the leftovers. So if you make this, cook your Italian sausage first, but we are going to add in about 4 cups of chicken broth. Then for our seasonings, I have a tablespoon of Italian seasoning, a teaspoon of parsley, a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Give this a good stir, and this cooked on a high for like 5 hours. So be prepared for a long wait time, but it was so delicious, and it definitely makes a lot of leftovers. For our final recipe, we are making a tater tot casserole with a little twist on it. So I'm starting with 1.5 pounds of ground beef that I have just cooked up. Once drained, I'm adding in a tablespoon of homemade taco seasoning and a little bit of water. Just let this mix together until it's fully combined. And then we are just going to dice up 1 red bell pepper and half of a green bell pepper. This is a great way to just make a whole grocery list because apparently we are sticking on a pepper theme. So write it all down, get like 4 or 5 bell peppers the next time you go to the store. And with the onion, I am just dicing that up very horribly, but dice it up. To the bottom of our crock pot, we are adding 1.5 pounds of cooked ground beef. And then for my tater tots, I had about 1/2 of a bag. I didn't really know how to measure it out, but it looks like this. So I'm just gonna top my ground beef with the frozen tater tots and then add in our bell pepper and onion mixture. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper and salt to this. I know that the tater tots are going to be salty, so just add a little bit. And then for my cheese, I'm using the Velveeta Queso Blanco. We are just going to give this a good stir, and I'm cooking this on a high for about 2 to 3 hours, making sure to check it in between. So just give this a good stir, and we are going to put our lid on and check back in. After 2.5 hours on high, our tater tot casserole is done. The queso blanco gave this so much flavor. I will say next time I might add some rotel just for a little bit of a liquid element and some more spice, but I promise not having any liquid in this was totally fine. It has a lot of leftovers, so I am ready for this weekend. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and for more dinner inspiration, check out this video here, and I will catch you guys there.